Hello, good afternoon once again. I am Dr. Abhishek Soni. I am here again with the short lecture on the new unit that we are starting today, that is engineering materials. So, it's a very first of all we will go through the introduction. What are engineering materials? In the manufacturing system, the knowledge of materials is very important. So if you don't know the key features and the properties of the materials, you will not be able to understand where its application is there. So it is very important to have a good knowledge of the materials and their properties. It is very essential for an engineer to know the properties of the materials so that it may be properly utilized and its proper utilization can be successfully done in minimum cost. Ultimately, if you don't have the good knowledge of the materials, you will not be able to find out its proper applicability, and due to this the manufacturing will be expensive and it will lead to the loss instead of profit. So the cost of the product depends on the raw material, as we already know. At present, a large number of materials are available for the designer, out of which he has to select the right one which have good properties, which will last long, which has good engineering properties, that is physical properties. So in this particular topic we will try to go through all those properties which should be known to an engineer, and they are categorized as engineering properties of the engineering materials. So basically, if we start from the very basic, then classification of the existing materials in the universe can be broadly classified as organic substances and inorganic materials. So organic substances are those that contain carbon and usually hydrogen as a key part of the structure. All living elements and plants, they fall under this category of organic substances. Inorganic materials are those that are not derived from the living things. For example, sand, rock, metals, etc. The engineering materials which I will be discussing are inorganic solids. The classification we can do in the flow chart in this fashion. That is our universe. From the universe we have matter, then we have elements, and these elements are classified as organic and inorganic substances, and organic substances are further classified as solids, which are polymers, which are natural resins, liquids such as fuels, chemicals, oils and paints, and gases, carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. So this falls under the category of organic substances. And in organic substances, in the same fashion, we have solids such as metals, ceramics, plastics. Liquids, we have acids, waters, bases, drugs, and gases such as chlorine, argon, and helium. In the broader sense also, we can classify the engineering materials on the basis of construction also. So they can be further classified as metallic materials, which can be further classified as ferrous materials and non-ferrous materials, and non-metallic materials, which are organic materials and inorganic materials. So this is also one of the basic classification of the engineering materials. So your ferrous materials are your for examples, your steel, your cast iron, white cast iron, wrought irons, your non-ferrous materials such as aluminium, copper, nickel, lead, titanium, and your inorganic materials such as minerals, glass, ceramics, graphite, and organic materials such as plastics, petroleum products, water, paper, rubber, and leather. So this is the broad classification of the engineering materials right from the universe we have taken into the consideration, and in the subsequent lecture we will go to the properties of the engineering materials, which are your physical properties, your chemical properties, your magnetic properties, and mechanical properties of the engineering materials. Till then, remain safe. Bye.